Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Let's go, fellas. Here we go. Get your running. Get your running. Bring it. Bring it. Set go. Set go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. Alert 3, alert 3. Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. I got one, I got one, I got one.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Green brings it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Dalton, 1st and 10. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Dalton now to pass. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
We play to win. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check, 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 check. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
On second down, it's Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. Wide motion, wide motion. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch it.
Throwing again. Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I'm scared.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it'll be second down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah, the Cowboys Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. 55, come on, guys, 55. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
To throw here, Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
53, Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6.
Throwing on second and 14. Dalton finding Green complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Passing, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back to throw now on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Third down from the gun. Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Andy Dalton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Here you go, 368.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, R7.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Dalton here from the gun. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 84 yards, as they have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Andy Dalton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
44. 44. There you go. Hey, Delta.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. They can't hang with us.
To throw again. Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
It's a gain of 20.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Dalton. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey. Regular. Hey, go, 368. Check 13.
Throwing, Dalton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the back.
Throwing again. Dalton. He's got Green. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 7-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go now. Touch game. Go right here now. Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Here we go. We got 3, fellas. We got 2.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again, Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's got daylight. 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Pollard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch the pass.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Going deep down. And got his man. Complete. There he goes right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3
touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Bullet good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 78 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, it's down to just one score.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Mike, 53. 53.
Now on 2nd and 16. Dalton, throw left side, complete to Ross. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Dalton gives to Bernard, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm coming.
And Dalton to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 52.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On the run, it's Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Hey, up,
54, right 54. Watch the run, watch the run.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points